Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Tanya with My Life-Changing Discovery. Tanya Volodimanova, My Life-Changing Discovery.
Around 5 years ago, I discovered one of the greatest joys of my life. This discovery, life-changing discovery, made me feel content and filled my days with hard but enjoyable work. Toastmaster and guests. 5 years ago, I took a chance and tried myself in interior design area. I'd like each of you to ask yourself, am I happy with what I do? I mean your occupation. I'm sure that some of you would answer, yes, I'm 100% happy with my choice. And if you are happy, good on you. But I used to be on the other side, on the side when I would answer, no, I'm not quite happy with what I do. I know there is something else for me, but I just don't know what it is. I have to admit that I was happily married. I'm still happily married. We had friends, we had dogs, we traveled a lot, but I still didn't feel fully content. And I knew where my problem was in my profession choice. I had a secret desire to work in design area, but it didn't happen until recently. To give you a better idea about my career troubles, I have to go back to my childhood. When I was a little kid, I used to fantasize about my small room refurbishment and about my parents' room refurbishment and about my friends' room refurbishments. I was able to draw and color as far as I remember, but no one from my family was surprised or interested in my early developing art skills. Somehow, my parents didn't believe in the art careers. So they both met in art school, and my grandma, she worked all her life as a graphic designer, but they didn't believe in art. So they encouraged us to study maths and physics and other boring subjects. I remember them telling me that painting or art doesn't bring much money when some technical professions do. Partly that was a reflection on their own career decisions when they both chose engineering and kept art more than home. Partly that was a real situation in the Russian employment market when architects or artists were not in demand. Anyway, at the end of the school, my parents advised me to go and apply for a university IT course. I was already interested in design, but I had very little practice, and I was too scared to go away from the subject, technical subjects I was already comfortable with. So to give me the last push to get into this course, my mom told me that 90% of the IT course consisted of boys. So I said, okay. So I applied. I got into IT course. Later, I swapped to study of economics, and finally, I graduated in management, marketing, and law. So I was jumping from one field of study to another in an attempt to find an interest in what I do, but I couldn't. Luckily, I got married, moved to Europe, and forgot about my career for a while. A few years later, by the time we applied for the immigration to Australia, I was already seriously attracted by painting, landscape, and interior design. This immigration had opened an exciting my new plan was to study English and then to complete the design course. But I was really afraid that my talent and language level will not be good enough to complete that study. And I lost a lot of precious time in those fears and hesitations. But at last I came to realize that there is no need to become someone I'm not. I spent too much time studying the other professions I didn't enjoy much. I was simply running away from my destiny. At last I came to realize that I have to become someone I truly believe I'm meant to be, a designer. So I applied for interior design course, and I spent a few of the most difficult but exciting years of my life learning about design. And no matter how hard my studies were, I never regretted of my decision. So here I am today, happy, because I love what I do. I enjoy working in design. Honestly, I don't want to think what my life would be like if I hadn't found myself. But I remember all my fears and hesitations and disbelief in myself, and this is why I want to tell you that if you are excited about something and want to change your career or occupation, give yourself a chance and pursue your dream, because if you love what you do, you might become successful.